Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Rakhakwadash. That belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, taught us this truth and rule well. And Shalom to the overall elect. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, Barakatam. It's Brother Kazaf from Minneval 12 West Coast, coming back at it again with another lesson. Alright, and this lesson is going to be about this article I came across from RT News titled St. Vincent's La Soufriere volcano erupts as thousands of islanders flee 8-kilometer high ash plume. All right, which is ash plume is basically when the ash cloud that comes out of a volcano as it erupts. Okay, and that ash cloud is very toxic. So now that whole island is basically inhospitable. You know, the whole island is inhospitable now. What gave me the spirit to do this lesson is, you know, the Caribbean is, you know, where Ephraim, Manasseh, Benjamin, Levi, you know, those tribes be dwelling at, and this is just straight judgment from on high. All right, this is judgment from on high, you know, and it's spiritual because, you know, through the Spirit, you know, Spirit has me bring out at camp that, you know, if you look at what be happening with the northern tribes, you know, in their lands, they be getting judged, man. Like, you be hearing about landslides, earthquakes, volcanoes blowing up. You know why? Because they're heavy into idolatry. All right, they are heavy into idolatry. They cannot let go of that Caesarea Borgia, that Virgin Mary, that Santeria, you know, and then you have the whole voodoo shit, you know, the whole witchcraft culture that the northern tribes have, especially out there in the Caribbean. Well, let me put this off the battery saving mode so it don't turn off on me. All right, but especially out there in the Caribbean islands, you know, when you deal with those tribes, all right, they're very heavy into the left hand side, into the witchcraft. All right, and the scriptures talk about not being into that. You know, the scriptures talk about, you know, the scriptures forbid, the law, statutes, commandments forbid our people from getting into the left-hand side like that. You know, getting into witchcraft like that. You know, and it's all through the Spirit, man, because yesterday I was looking at the news, you know, and this was actually news in Issachar land, you know, in Mexico. You know, how they want to, you know, how you got so-called Mexicans, you know, getting further and further into the occult. You know, and they're promoting it like it's the cool thing to do. You know, out there in Mexico, you know, and I'm like, hey, man, Yahweh Shem Shah is the Lord is about to judge, you know, the northern tribes. All right, and there's a lot of judgment that's going on amongst the northern tribes, and this is one of them. Okay, this is one of them. Got a whole volcano going up now. 16,000 people have to go and seek refuge, man. All right, 16,000 people have to go and seek refuge. Let's look at the footage, man.
Okay.
Gosh, watch it.
Okay, thank you. Just show my voice so I get it.
Holy, it really up. My God.
Okay.
Gosh, watch it.
Okay, thank you. Just show my voice so I get it.
Holy,
Okay,
it really up. My God.
You see?
Gosh.
You see, now they wanna say, my God, you know, now they wanna be scared when the Lord finally puts His hand across the tribes, man. You know, when the Lord finally stretches His hand across the tribes and starts judging you, now you want to get scared. Now you want to say, my God, and guess what? In Jacob's trouble, all right, when the Lord really starts plaguing this wicked kingdom, all right, and really the whole world as a result. All right, that's when you're gonna be saying Jesus. You're gonna be saying my God, which, you know, you're gonna be ignorantly calling upon those names. All right, but yeah, that's the spirit in you. You know, they're going to be so like, how do I say it? You know, you're going to be trying to call upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the living power. All right, but but out of ignorance, you won't be able to call him in his right name. You know. You won't be able to call him in his right name. You're gonna be left out to die, man. You're gonna be destroyed. All right, you see that? That's real judgment, man. Look at that. Look at that ash pile. It's higher than the actual clouds. All right, that whole island is inhospitable. Okay. So let's get to the scriptures. All right, because ultimately, man, this is gonna be this. It's what we're gonna be seeing now, more and more. You know, with the northern tribes. Northern tribes are gonna start catching hell. All right, because they're very, very rebellious. You know, they were easy. You know, they were fast to go into wickedness when Jeroboam got into power. You know, they were quick to get to start worshiping them calves, man. You know, when Jeroboam got into power. You know, that's why they, you know, they kept on having, you know, kings, man. You know, they kept on having new kings because their kings wouldn't last. You know? So let's go to the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and 3. All right, now I'm gonna close out. I don't want it to be a super long lesson. So book of Nahum, chapter 1 and 3. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm. All right, the whirlwind, which is the storm, you know what I'm saying, the wind. All right, and the clouds are the dust of his feet, you know, the air. He rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry. That's the water. All right, and drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Carmel and the flower of Lebanon languish. All right, the mountains quake at him, and the hills melt. All right, which is basically, you know, the description of volcanoes. You know, and the earth is burned at his presence, yea, the world and all that therein. All right, who can stand before his indignation, and who can abide the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. Okay, and that's the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why he's the living power, because he controls the elements, man. All right, he controls the elements. You tribes going into heavy idolatry, okay, cool. He's going to manipulate the elements in your region. All right, and guess what? What he's going to do? He can make volcanoes. He can make landslides. All right, cause floods, hurricanes, you name it. All right, because you tribes are going off, and guess what? We're at the time where when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he's not going to acquit the wicked. All right. Like it's written in verse 3. I'm going to read it again. You know, the first half, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is slow to anger and great in power. See, you tribes have been going off for a while now, man. For hundreds of years, you tribes have been going off. All right, even though we've been getting jacked up, you know, within these hundreds of years in the time of our captivity, in the time of slavery, all right, you're still backsliding, man. All right, especially now that the truth is out in the four corners of the earth. You got brothers in the Caribbean islands, man. You got brothers in Jamaica. You know, you got brothers in Haiti, possibly, you know. But y'all still want to backslide. Y'all still want to go off into your idols, into your witchcraft. All right, so now Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to be making his moves. Let me turn this off. All right, I don't want to hear static, you know, in the background. All right, but now Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to start making his moves, man. All right, and that's the Jacob's trouble. You know, it's all gonna result into Jacob's trouble. All right, so it reads, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. All right, so you wicked tribes out there, man, it's just gonna keep on getting worse and worse and worse for y'all, man. It's gonna keep on getting worse and worse for y'all, man. Especially you so-called Mexicans. All right, which the video is not necessarily, you know, geared towards the so-called Mexicans, you know, but hey, y'all out there, you know, your kids are being locked in cages right now. You know what I'm saying? Your kids are being locked in cages. Zebulon too, you know, so-called Salvadorians, Guatemalans, you know, that's judgment from on high. You know, your land is full of bloodshed and violence, and that's judgment from on high. Why? Because you're going off, man. All right, you're going off. You're going into that Caesarea Borgia. You're going into that Virgin Mary, the different Catholic saints. You're worshiping them. All right, it's all idolatry with you, man. Okay, but it is what it is, you know. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has portioned the 2/3 to what he has apportioned them to. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. Forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. On to the next. Shalom.